Okay, you guys wanted, I figured I'd make a video about this because, I explained this to my girlfriend's little brother, when I said that pirating is difficult. It's not just as easy as downloading a torrent. You have to know how to unzip files, compress them. I don't know how to do all that. I've only done it for a few games because the ground rules were laid out in front of me. But, I do it whenever I can, especially to these big corporate bodies. If it was just some little developer, I would pay for the game, because I do that with movies. When, that's why I get those $8 bundle Walmart bins for $5, because, yeah, usually they're shitty B-movies. But the fact that someone took the time to write it, direct it, and, with all these independent actors and everything, that's actual art. That is taking the time to make art, not for the money, but for the principle. And, these guys know that they're never going to be big deals. They're just hoping to make enough to live off of and have time to make art. And I want them to do that. I want to encourage that. I believe that if we, as a society, made it happen, we could move away from the monetary system. And while we may not have communism, we could, in the foreseeable future, have a socialist economy based off charity. I call it the charity-based economy, where if you do something right, if you do something good, if you do something for the right reasons, you get paid. And, you have more stuff to buy bitches and coke. So, that's the kind of economy we should move toward. Not this hoarding of, land and property and ownership and contract. And that's why I despise moderators in terms of agreement and all that other shit. It's bullcrap, all of it. The licensing, the intellectual property, all of it is crap. And piracy is the way out of it. Piracy is the ultimate tool of the working class to finally get a leg in the door. And we're not taking advantage of it. But more than revolutionary action, it's just practical. It's free. And unless you purposely want to give somebody money and as a form of charity, and at the same time they deserve the money and they've worked hard for it, and it's a good product, why not get it for free? So, especially with things like video games that can be reproduced infinitely. They require barely any labor. The only labor is the software programmers that took the time to code all that crap, and they're not the ones getting paid. So, I see no reason why I should pay for a video game, and neither should you. So, my point here is that, in case anybody's wondering why I admit to pirating, I'm not ashamed to pirate, and if I knew what I was doing, I would run a Napster of video game pirating. I would teach you step by step how to pirate all games, and you could have a librarium of pirated video games. Now, why do I do that so nonchalantly? Well, that is because I know the law. And I know that you can pirate things so long as it's for personal use. I'm not selling anything. I'm not making money off of it in any way. So it is mine to do with whatever I want. That is why I trust the state more than I trust private industry. Because if private industry had their way, they would charge me to breathe. They would charge me to look at their product. But the state has rules, and they apply to everybody. This needs to be said about moderators. If you think that your rules apply to anybody, they don't. Because rules apply either equally or not at all. So, if you can make the rules up as you go along, you're not enforcing rules, you're just making threats. You're saying that if you piss off the moderator, you get banned. How can you enforce that? How can you suggest that that is some kind of tangible rule? You can't. He could get pissed off about anything. He could just be having a bad day. And at the end of the day, all these ass-kissers and trolls will agree and say, well, it's his forum, he can do whatever he wants to. No, he can't. Because there are such things as dignity, respect, and human rights. And just because he gets away with it for now does not mean that it'll always be that way, and it certainly doesn't mean it should be that way. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. What I want to get down to is that it is legally acceptable to pirate. You can pirate all you want to. If you want to pirate a movie, you go fucking download that movie. Torrenting movies is a hell of a lot easier than video games. Don't go and waste your money on some Adam Sandler movie. You fucking download that shit and enjoy yourself. Have a ball with it. Adam Sandler's got enough money. All the people that direct his movies have enough money. Just enjoy your movie and, enjoy it with you and your friends. Just don't sell it. If you don't sell it, you have nothing to worry about lawfully. And that's the way it should be. It should be where the rules are specific, they're well defined, and if anybody does it, whether they be at the bottom or the top, they both get punished equally. And we don't have that on the internet. On the internet, it's anarchy for the rich. It's where the person that's the moderator gets to make this big wall of text of all the rules you have to follow, and at the end of the day, none of it matters. He can just say, fuck you, you're banned anyway because I feel like it. And that is no way to live, that is no way to treat your fellow human being, and it is for that reason, and that reason, all 100%, that I will insist upon calling Richard the Rapist Bueller the rapist. It is the reason I insist upon calling Meg the cow, also Meg the child abuser. It is the reason why I call Fast Eddie a thief, a criminal, and someone who takes people's labor and, steals it. Because he is. He makes a wiki page, and then everyone works hard to build up that page, and he does nothing but sit on his fat ass. So, that's what I'm trying to get across to you here. And, if you know how to pirate, please teach other people how to pirate. Spread that knowledge. Liberate people. You have that power. Don't act like you can't do anything. I know you cannot risk your life. I'm not stupid. You're not stupid either. I'm not telling you to go charge in there into battle. People are dying in Middle East right now, and they're not defending any freedoms. What are our soldiers doing for our freedom? What are the cops doing for our freedom? Nothing. It does not defend freedom to go blindly in there shooting, and it certainly isn't doing anything for us anyway. So it does not improve our freedom of speech. It doesn't improve our right to bear arms. It doesn't improve our right to a fair trial. There's all kinds of things with the right to a fair trial. We should have lawyers on speed dial, but we don't. We don't get free lawyers in this country. We don't get an unbiased jury. We have the lottery jury part, but we don't have the part where it's really random. The lawyers get to decide the jury. And who do you think they're going to decide? People they can appeal to. So, it's corrupt, and we need to work on that. But we do have certain laws that are decent, and that is because the state is essentially better at that than the private marketplace. And because of that, teach your friends how to pirate. Get the power away from the elite, away from the private enterprisers, and put it back in your hands. And enjoy the movies you want to enjoy the video games you want to enjoy, and if you so wish to give somebody money, give them money, because they deserve it. They deserve to be happy, they deserve to get paid for doing what they love, and you should encourage them to express their talents and to spread their wings. That's what I'm saying here.